So I'm from Los Angeles, California, and I grew up with two older brothers, and they were always in sports, and I was just the one on the sidelines cheering them on. Eventually, my parents said, okay, we need to put him on something because A, we don't want to be taking care of him, and B, he has way too much energy around the house. So they took me to a gymnastics class because that was the first thing they thought of for high energy kids. Hated it at first because it was a mommy and me class, and I didn't want to let go of my mom, but once I was in the gym alone, I fell in love, and I was just as comfortable as I had ever been.
It's the first day of official practice. How are you feeling about it?
Pretty good, actually.
As soon as I came on my trip, I knew that Nebraska, specifically Lincoln, was different. It was my first time ever being in the state. And so right after my trip, I committed, and I actually didn't even go on my last recruiting trip to Minnesota. That's how much I loved it.
You just don't have a fan base like we do everywhere. And it's very special, yet it can be challenging and difficult at times. You know, in the 80s, we had over 100 programs. We had Division II, we had Division III. They just dropped so fast. Like you shake your head and there's 5 schools done with men's gym.
A lot of people don't know about it. You know, like we all know that gymnastics is unfortunately a dying sport, and it's not popular in day-to-day life.
Nebraska was my first choice and a school that I wanted to transfer to because that was my second choice after Minnesota before I committed. So
today, the U announced that this will be the last season for men's gymnastics. After this year, they will be cut.
We got called in on a Friday morning. One of our teammates came to the dorm and he woke us up because it was 8 in the morning and we didn't really have anything that day. So we were confused on why he was waking us up. We were sitting in these chairs 6 feet apart from each other, and all the teams were there. And one of the officials kind of walks in and he says, "You have good news and bad news. Which one do you want to hear first?" And everyone's like, "We'll hear the bad news first and then the good news." And so he just kind of got right into it. I mean, it was in like 2 minutes of sitting down. He goes, "Bad news is we're cutting their sport, and with no chance of it ever coming back. But the good news is you can compete for this season." And then everyone started break down crying, and gosh, it was rough. It was a really hard time to sit there and kind of just hear everyone, and it was disappointing.
Minnesota, but a heartbreaking season for Iowa, along with Minnesota scheduled to discontinue their program after this season as well. So hopefully for some good individual performances from the Hawkeyes.
Go ahead and introduce yourself. Where'd you go and what'd you do last summer?
My name is Alec Yoder. I came to Ohio State in 2015 for my freshman year. I was on the gymnastics team for 4 years, two-time team captain, and then most recently I just competed at the Tokyo Olympic Games.
This is a very, very big routine for Mr. Yoder.
Wow.
You know, the Olympics is crazy because it's like, man, you have all these people tweeting at you, posting you, and tagging you and stuff and things like that, and it's cool. But you know, you get this massive high, and then once you're off that high, it's like, does any of that really matter?
You see Alec Yoder from Ohio State. That is the 2021 Tokyo Olympian for the U.S. men's gymnastics team.
I think men's gymnastics is really tough. I mean, I think sometimes you got 11s, sometimes you got 15s.
Cooper can hit. This will be a 14.
At 13.25.
A 15.8 start value. That will be a huge finish for Nebraska.
No one understands the scoring except for us, so that makes it hard. for Giroux yesterday. He started on Pommel Horse with his Penn State team and finished 5th in the all-around after that really rough start. This kid's capable of greatness, no doubt about it.
So for example, Michael Giroux, who goes to Penn State, an amazing leader, an amazing gymnast, an amazing guy. And this kid is super viral and super famous on TikTok and Instagram.
He does have 153,000 followers on Instagram.
He's only got me by 152,000.
Obviously, you're majorly famous on TikTok. You have a huge following.
No one knew I was a gymnast at all. And like 600,000 people knew me, and gymnastics is pretty much my whole life. None of them knew I was a gymnast.
Him going viral has nothing to do with the fact that he's really good at gymnastics. It really has to do with the fact that he's really good looking. And I think that that's kind of an unfair position to put him in. And it's just really like this with men's gymnastics. If we want to go viral, like, we have to look good.
Michael Giroux will try to see if he can chase perfection here in vault.
I mean, me and Michael Giroux go back 2015, I want to say. When we were young, he had a lot of followers and would talk about it. And I feel like he was one of those people where you just kind of knew that once social media gave him the opportunity, such as an app like TikTok, that he would just eventually take off.
I like to take a lot of credit for I do like to take a lot of credit. I mean, I show gymnastics every time I can, and for us to not do that when it's so easy to just share is like, we're not trying. But I think we have like a huge impact. Like, people know what gymnastics is now just from TikTok.
My social media. This is the one.
And that one like blew up the most.
That's my biggest video right now. That was 20.1 million views. It's about finding your niche and your audience. So like, say like competition versus practice videos, and people like seeing that switch or that mindset between like the two and how they compare to each other.
You finally see this super cool content online, and then you're like, well, I didn't even know men's gymnastics was like that.
I would wake up at like 7, I would eat, I would have my coffee, and then I would make a video.
So you find one thing that works, you can continuously do that over and over and over again and just rack up the views and likes and followers.
You know, it's easy for me to come in here and do it because I love these guys, and that's exactly what I have been doing. You know, it's not like you're out here getting paid thousands and millions of dollars, you know, but you do it because you're passionate about it. It feels like everyone's picking up a camera these days, which I think is kind of a beautiful thing. There's so much creativity behind it. But you're right, I mean, the amount of people that love men's gymnastics on social media, on TikTok, on Instagram, like, you know, it should translate to people actually wanting to show up.
Yeah, we
give out like duffel bags.
Oh, we offer like duffel
and,
bags.
Free pizza. Yeah, just so we can like get people to actually come. It's ridiculous. It still doesn't even work. Yeah.
It's like, yo, what?
He hit the tornado on me.
Yeah, the airworthiness is nice.
Dude, that's going to be such a high score.
It's been really cool to see how we turn out as people and how we enjoy our different unique schools with our unique experiences.
For gymnastics especially, when you have a friend and someone you care about, it doesn't matter what color or what uniform they wear. I mean, at the meet, you're still going against them, but as a friend, you look towards them and you look forward to seeing that person. For me, Amari Sewell, he went to the University of Illinois after Iowa, and I went here to the University of Nebraska, but I don't see it as any difference. I still think we have the great friendship, and I miss training with him. It was fun. I wish we still had that moment, but we're doing our own thing now, so it's good.
Oh yeah, I definitely do miss them. So yeah, David is obviously at Illinois. Crew is in Michigan, and so it's awesome that they wanted to continue and pursue and finish their gymnastics season in a different school, and I'm glad that they're loving it, and I'm glad that they're finishing it strong, and I couldn't be happier, and I'm glad I'm here with, you know, Zach Tinderman and everyone here, and it's pretty awesome.
So it's funny talking with people about the gymnastics community, people from other sports, because when we talk about our competition, it's people who we've known since we were, 5, maybe even 8 years old. The gymnastics community is so unique because it's so small. And so everyone has grown up with each other, whether it be by the same region, national team camps, clinics, or just competitions around the nation. So that's one thing that I love about it, is that you go to any team and there's guaranteed like 5 people from both sides who know each other.
Close to in the sport. You guys it's a tight community, and we're all supporting each other and rooting for each other no matter what team you are or what color you wear, whatever it is. It's a really great environment to be around, and I couldn't be more happy to be in a sport that I am in right now.
I think there's a strong future. I'm a bit unhopeful, I would say, because it happened to me. But from my perspective, I got to do a year of gym act after my NCAA year as my freshman year. And we made a program for ourselves. So it showed that the gymnasts care more than anybody about the programs and about the sport. The gymnasts aren't going to stop coming. It's the people who sponsor these programs and allow them to continue who we really need help from. You have people who want to bring it in. It's going to keep happening. Like I said, they don't care about us as much, but we're going to keep coming. I mean, Gym Act is still going strong. NCAA is going really well. You have new schools coming, so we're going to be there.